Hello everyone, Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Era Hardcore and our Dwarf Hunters leveling campaign. Thank you all for clicking on the video and joining me in Azeroth today. I really do appreciate it, and I hope everybody is doing well. We are starting off today in Loch Modan. We are going to head south. I think I'm going to go after the Trogs first. We could do that. We can go south and head after the Trogs, or we can take on some of the Trogs right over here in these little nooks and crannies right outside of Keranos, and maybe we ought to do that instead. That way we can work on some of the other stuff while we're in this area. We need tunnel rat ears. We're looking for a bunch of animal parts, the boar intestines, bear meat, and spider ichor. And then we need Trog teeth as well. I cleaned up our inventory a little bit. I did a little bit of first aid. And yeah, this is where we're at, which is pretty good. We could probably make some ammo soon-ish. We do have the copper and the blasting powder that we need to do that. But yeah, right now our inventory is actually in pretty good shape. It looks like there's a copper node back there. I don't know if we can clear safely. But we may be able to. We pulled the scout back here. That could be problematic. Still need to feed our pet. We pulled the scout back there. We're probably going to end up chain pulling this entire camp, and then the only question is going to be if our pet has the HP to tank it all. Yeah, let's pull him out a bit. Okay, well that's good. Another player kind of came to our rescue there. We need to get both of these guys onto our pets. Go back over here. Alright, I think we're good. As long as our pet doesn't die. Which he may. This paladin is definitely going right for that ore that we were clearing to. You want to bet? I'm gonna go for it, because we fought for it, we cleared for it, and I'm gonna grab it. We bled for this ore. Eventually I will feed the pet, I promise. We found a scalping tomahawk of agility. How does that compare to what we have? It's not quite as good as the one we have. Well, if we can clear up there and get up the back of this hill, there is a tin node up there. That would be our first tin. But how do we do that safely? That's the real question, and there's really nothing to prevent the paladin from kind of sneaking up there. And I wouldn't blame him if he did. If he is in fact a miner, as I suspect he is. Well, this is not really ideal, but it's a chance to get our defense leveled up a little bit, I suppose. Now if the taunt would go off, that'd be perfect. There we go. We found some infantry leggings of the bear, male pants with 1 stamina and 1 strength on them. Well, if we find 1 more Trog and 1 more Trog Tooth, we can be done with these 2 quests. That was a scout. Here's a Trog. That's what we need. There we go. Those 2 poisons that are stacked on our pet are really hurting. Do we want to heal the pet some? I think, like, maybe we would have wanted to heal the pet if I had not spent that last little bit of mana. The poisons might kill him. I sold all my bandages to make space in my inventory, which, you know, probably wasn't the smartest idea. But when you're struggling with inventory as much as I am on this character, sometimes you don't do the smart thing. Now can I get in here to loot? Maybe if I pull this guy back. There we go. We found a Rodentia Flint Axe. One-handed axe with +1 spirit, 6 top-end damage. I do see the copper node over there. Didn't notice it on the minimap because of the overlap between the questy quest icon and the node itself. Guess my pet is not really taunting effectively right now. Alright, our inventory is full. We're not very far from town, so let's head back, let's empty the inventory, and then we'll come back out. We still need all of our animal parts, basically.
What's on your mind?
That's actually a pretty good sword. Feral Blade, 1 agility sword, 24 top end damage and 1 agility, 6.9 DPS. It's a lot of silver. I'm almost tempted to pick it up just so we can level up our one-handed swords. Because I think eventually we will be dual wielding. I've got these axes I could level up if I was so inclined. I'm gonna save the money, but that's a really good agility sword for like a rogue. I'll need to try to remember that for a rogue run. Because I bet that'd be really strong for a self-found rogue. The shadow gems I don't think I need. I didn't get to a point where I needed them on the hunter. The tiger's eye and the malachite I needed. But yeah, I don't think we ever got to a point where we needed the shadow gems. Maybe you guys could let me know if I need those for engineering or not. Okay, yeah, that's not a ton of space. It really isn't. We're getting some coarse stone since we mined that tin node, but we don't have the ability to make the coarse powder yet. We could craft a bunch of these, but we need our arclight spanner, which is back at the bank. You know, because inventory problems. Well, that's all 3 of the spider ichor that we need. So now we need intestines from the boars and meat from the bears. And then a few more of the tunnel rat ears. We have a copper vein and a tin vein. Part of me wants to prioritize the tin vein for the coarse stone. But I'll just do this one first and hope that nobody else takes the tin. Besides the paladin, we haven't seen a lot of other players out here today. we going to get up there? Oh, here we go. It looks like we can just go around the back of the hill. Maybe. Okay, good. There we go. Perfect. Well, that's a nice view of the area. I really did not think that all of these guys were going to pull together, but we have them all on the pet now. So we should be good. I thought we'd be able to shoot the guy out front and then pull him back and then send the pet in, but as soon as I shot that guy, all three of these guys activated. They were probably just linked together. Alright, so that quest is done. We have a full inventory once again. Let's head up to Stormpike's outpost. They have a vendor up that way, and we have at least one breadcrumb to turn in up here. Well, we gotta pick up the bear meat. There we go. At least that starts the stack for the quest item.
Off with you. Interest you on a pint? Watch your back. Be good. Off with you. Be good. Watch your back. Be good.
Now he gave us a level 15 quest to go into the nearby Silverstream mine and get the miner's gear. We're not going to do that until our second visit to Loch Modan, when we are a bit of a higher level. So let's set about finding the rest of our boar intestines and bear meat, and then I think we'll head south. We'll turn in defense of the Kingslands, and then I would like to do the first follow-up to this. We have some copper here up against the mountains. That is 3 out of 3 for the bear meat, so we are looking for one more boar intestine. There may be a vendor down at the fishing shack that we can utilize. We'll go check that out. And there's also some copper ore back along the coast. Should probably double back and grab that. However, we have no inventory space. We do have a stack going of the copper ore, so we should be good there.
can I do for you? See you soon.
It's bad. Everything in my inventory we technically need. There isn't a single thing that I can really sell. It's either for a quest, or it's for professions. Like, we're gonna have to go to the bank, and I'm gonna have to stash a bunch of stuff in Ironforge. We could probably just go work on engineering for a bit and then stash whatever's left. Because I think we're sitting on some mats for engineering in the bank right now, too. It looks like we're waiting for some boars to respawn. And we are empty again. Yeah, I want to finish this quest, and then we really have to get to Ironforge. We have to take care of this problem. And the thing is, like, on self-found, I can't have a bank alt. So a lot of times the solution to this problem is just send all the mats to a bank alt and then do the crafting later. But yeah, no mailbox means we have to make constant trips back to the city. If we could find 3 8-slot bags to replace our 6-slot bags, that would alleviate some of our problems. They're 25 silver a piece if we buy them on the vendor. And I wonder at what point it's going to be worth it to splurge. There we go. That was the last boar intestine we need. We're going to go back to town really fast, but I want to head down here and get these turned in before we head off to Ironforge, so just a little bit of travel here. Then we will go work on our engineering and try to resolve our inventory issues.
Well met. Safe travels. Be good.
And there is level 16. We're going to keep putting points into improved aspect of the hawk. And obviously when we're back in Ironforge, we'll also take a look at our hunter training and our pet training.
Well met. Safe travels. Welcome. Keep your feet on the ground. How are you? See you soon. I'm the finest wearer in the land. Safe travels.
How are you? Keep your feet on the ground. What's on your mind? Great to meet you. Be good.
Alright, with those turned in, let's go ahead and hearth back to Thelsamar, then we'll fly to Ironforge.
What can I do for you?
Watch your back.
We could probably train to smelt our tin. Could be some free mining skill ups off of that. And then we gotta visit the engineering trainer, I think, before we do too much of anything. We have to get to the bank in order to get our spanner out. I'm gonna have to just hold on to the spanner. It's pretty inconvenient to have it in the bank at times. Another inventory spot that we lose forever. Alright, so now we can smelt bronze, tin, and silver.
Off with you.
That is awesome. We gotta head over to the Tinker's Quarter to train our engineering. And then we have to go back to the Great Forge because they don't have any forges in the Tinker's Quarter. Or anvils, I don't think. Like, how they accomplish engineering over there, I really don't know, because they don't have the tools for it. But that's where the trainers are at.
Would you like to purchase something?
Apparently we have nothing to train here as of yet. Okay, in that case, we will make a stop down at the Hunter and Pet Trainers before heading back to the Great Forge.
Hi.
Do I want any of this stuff? I will get Immolation Trap, even though in vanilla we have to lay this down preemptively before combat. And I probably won't be doing a lot of that right now. Maybe later on, if we're relying more on some melee damage, I might use this more often. Same thing with Mongoose Bite, we'll grab it now, but unless we're in melee, we're not going to do a lot with it. We'll grab Raptor Strike rank 3. So really just a big melee level basically to boost melee power. Which is fine, but not something that we really need right now. And then Immolation Trap can go right here, I suppose.
Great.
Alright, what about pet training? Anything new here? Probably not. Nothing. Okay. Next time we'll learn something is when the pet levels to 18, so until then we don't have to worry about it. And with that done, let's go out to the Great Forge and work on some more of our smelting and engineering. No skill ups off the tin smelting, unfortunately. We've already got too high of a level with our mining. But we'll still go ahead and do that. We can probably do some bronze, but I don't think we need the bronze yet for any engineering stuff. So it would really just be skill ups, and then we can hang on to the bronze till later. Alright, so what do we want to work on? Did I grab the Arclight Spanner? I did grab the Spanner, okay. So then I think it would be best to do the copper modulators for skill ups. Let's make enough light shot to fill up our ammo pouch. And yeah, I think at this point we just go store everything else. Just shove all of our profession stuff into the bank besides the mining pick. I think even putting the blacksmithing hammer in there might be a good idea. The only time we need that is if we're actually working on our engineering, making bolts or things of that nature. So I think we just put everything away. And we give ourselves the maximum available inventory that we possibly can. And then eventually we will make another visit to the city and do another round of engineering. I think that's the best way to deal with it.
What's on your mind?
And I think the one caveat to that is keeping a little bit of the rough blasting powder and a few copper bars in case we need to make ammo on the fly. Everything else we can just start stashing like so. And yeah, I feel like that's pretty good. Mystery meat. These are quest items. This one goes to Iron 4, or this one goes to Stormwind. This one goes to Stormwind. Okay. I think Stormwind might be our next location. I was kind of contemplating if we want to go to Darkshore or not. If we want to go to Darkshore, like right now, this level would be the time. Otherwise, we're going back into Westfall and we're looking at taking on the Defias Pillagers at level 16, which I don't really like. So we may do Darkshore instead. I may make a run to Stormwind on my own, which is relatively safe. Just to turn in those 2 quest items. Just get these out of the inventory would be so much cleaner going into Darkshore. So I think that will be the plan. I will go to Stormwind, I will offload these. And next time we'll just pick up right back in Loch Modan. And maybe we'll do the In Defense of the Kingslands Part 2. And then we will go, and then maybe we'll do Filthy Paws, and then we'll do the Wetlands run. So yeah, that's the plan for next time, guys. Thank you all very much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. If you are digging the series, leaving a like on the video really helps out a lot, and I appreciate those that do. Until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other, and we will see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.